My name is Clint Britton. I am from Gainesville, Florida, and I have 10 years in recovery from substance use disorder.
Clint, thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedule to come here to the NARR conference today and speak with us here in Deerborn, Michigan. We really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you.
Yes.
Glad to be here.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're glad to have you. So I want to start at the beginning. Can you paint a picture of what your addiction was like?
So for me, my addiction lasted about 10 years. Growing up in a family that has alcoholism addiction in it, for me, it was very normal to drink and to use. So I didn't really think there was any issues with it until, of course, I started to have life problems from it. When I was 21, I did have an injury that in turn I got prescribed opiates. That was really the catalyst into the hole I dug myself in, right? So getting into that, it just spiraled into more and more loss of control, loss of family, loss of job, and everything. And so for me, it was really just this downward spiral into hopelessness. When I got to a point where I was really just desperate, life was becoming very impossible, and my family put together an intervention, which just happened on that day that I was in a spot where I agreed to go. If it would have been the day before, I don't know if I would have said yes. But so when I was introduced into recovery and treatment, and with other people who were seeking treatment and recovery, then my whole world opened up. I was desperate enough to accept the help in front of me. I didn't know a whole bunch about recovery before, and so being introduced into it and then seeing what was out there is really what changed everything for me. If I have decisions to make, important things to do, I don't make the decision on my own. I always call my mentors, I talk about it. I don't just make rash decisions. One of the biggest stigmas that I faced and that I still see a lot of today is that if you're an addict, an alcoholic, that you're weak. That there's something wrong with you, and that you can't handle life successfully. And really, recovery, it's the exact opposite. It's us gaining power. It's us being powerful. And like the big book says, is being complete free men, right? And just being powerful. And that was what I faced early on, was that I thought I was weak and couldn't handle life. I was maladjusted. Like I said, I grew up in a family with alcoholics and untreated alcoholism, and that was always the thing, is like, well, if you can't handle your alcohol, then you're a nobody. And so getting over that and really learning that no, recovery is about power, not about weakness. And once I felt the power, it was really an eye-opener. So the dream is that our community can come together as one for this epidemic that we're seeing. And it's not a new problem, this has been going on for a long time, but being able to come together and everybody share their services so that people can get the help that they need. There's nothing that's impossible. If you put the work in, that the miracle can happen. So just keep doing it, keep reaching out, don't give up.
Is there anything that you were thinking about that you'd like to share that we missed and you want to share?
One of the biggest things that I want to share is one of the biggest reasons that I'm here today is because of the awareness and the education and just the knowledge that other people gave to me. And so it is just continuing to spread awareness and not putting the stigma on it, but just, people don't know if they don't know. So being able to spread this message of hope and recovery, and don't shut it down, because people need it.
Clint, thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedule today and late at night to come here and hang out with us. We really appreciate that. Your story is going to inspire people, and I'm grateful that you got to do that. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so glad that I was able to do this. So thank you.